Hello, everyone, and we got some great crypto news for you. First of all, PayPal is expanding and they're accepting more cryptos. That's right, and that includes Cardano. So it's expanding with Moonpay. Now, some people are going to try to make this about one specific crypto. It's not. PayPal is integrating with all cryptos. So Moonpay users in the US can now buy and sell 110 different cryptocurrencies using PayPal transfers via wallet, bank, or debit cards. Obviously, it's PayPal. It's going to be KYC AML, but that's more access, which means more customers will get into crypto, which is exactly what crypto needs. So basically, it's a cryptocurrency infrastructure for Moonpay, continues expanding the options to buy or sell cryptos by integrating PayPal transactions. Moonpay users in the United States can now buy and sell cryptos like Bitcoin with PayPal, the firm announced on May 2nd. But it's not just PayPal, it's 110 different cryptos, and it allows fiat to crypto transactions. So you might not need to onboard via an exchange. You can onboard via PayPal. Why would you want to onboard PayPal? I don't know if you would, but it makes it convenient for millions of people, and millions of people coming into crypto is exactly what we want. So they can do, like I said, over 110 cryptocurrencies, probably all the most popular ones. According to the CEO, that's a superior experience to many offerings available in the market. Now, I don't really know how many cryptos Coinbase supports, but 110 is a very, very large bag. Obviously, you can use PayPal to onboard to your favorite L1 and then swap for, DEX coins, meme coins, and all that stuff. Many traditional banks do not allow users to purchase crypto on credit debit cards, but when users pay with PayPal using the same card, we have already seen a dramatic increase in the success rates of transactions. So the thing is, if your bank actually does not allow you to deal directly with Coinbase or crypto companies, you can just basically transfer money from your bank to PayPal, use PayPal to buy and trade crypto, cash out via PayPal, and then go to your bank. Now, there might be some more fees that way, but it's better than having no out at all. So this is a very, very good event for crypto. Gets way more access to way more people, and this is what we need for crypto to go mainstream. So Moonpay has over 20 million verified users as of May 2024. Soto Wright mentioned that PayPal integration will begin with Moonpay's direct-to-consumer products, the Moonpay app and desktop, but will roll out to many of Moonpay's partners soon. The integration will initially be available to 50% of Moonpay customers, and it's planned to be expanded further to other jurisdictions in the United Kingdom and the EU. So not only the United States, which is right now, but also the UK and the EU. And I think there's many people actually waiting for this because people always ask me, what's a good on-ramp, off-ramp? PayPal, Moonpay might be that gateway that you are looking for, especially if you have one of those banks that refuses to work with crypto at all. This is very crucial for those people because everyone can have access to PayPal, and you can now probably use PayPal as a get around of that. Like your bank won't work with Coinbase or Kraken or any other crypto company, but most banks, almost all banks, will actually work with PayPal, obviously. So that's definitely very, very good news and can definitely speed up adoption for cryptos in the future. So I'm very happy about this partnership. I'm really happy that it happened. And I think this could pump more money into the market, get more liquidity, because PayPal can provide liquidity in spades. So very, very awesome. The other big news is that the US lawmakers want more crypto products. So Mike Flood and Wiley Nickel, this is like bipartisan, by the way. So it's not like, Democrats versus Republicans. It's both Democrats and Republicans that actually want this. U.S. lawmakers are reportedly pressing the Securities and Exchange Commission to approve options trading on Bitcoin exchange-traded products. Now, if you've heard me before, I'm not a huge fan of options, but I don't really care at this point because this signals a turn in that trajectory. They actually want crypto products. They're not trying to shoo crypto products away. They are actively courting crypto products. That is a big, big difference from what they were a year or two ago. And the thing is, you can see it from the IRS rules they're trying to make. You can see it from you can see it from these kind of rules. They want the SEC to hurry up and approve these ETFs. They want the SEC to hurry up and approve futures, options and things like that. Like politicians more and more and across the aisle are embracing crypto and crypto products. Now there will be some people like Elizabeth Warren and like, Brad Sherman that are completely against it, but they are moving against the tide, and it's not really a partisan thing anymore. It is bipartisan. So they wrote to Gary Gensler. So like, we urge you without delay to approve options to spot Bitcoin ETPs or provide an explanation for the commission's difference in treatment between options for Bitcoin futures ETFs, which are currently trading, and options for spot Bitcoin ETPs. So this is where they get Gary Gensler. They're basically forcing Gary Gensler to write explanations on why he's doing certain things. And Gary Gensler can't do that because he doesn't really have an explanation. He's just like, we're going to do it this way just to punish crypto. But these congressmen are like, no, you can't just do that. You have to explain to us why you allow one thing and not the other when they're literally the exact same thing. And they're probably going to start asking that about Ethereum too. So there's more and more pressure coming down on the SEC in terms of like, approving, disproving ETFs and these other crypto options. And obviously, like, this is going to push crypto more and more mainstream because that's the whole goal. Like, I think, like, I don't know if these congressmen themselves want a lot of crypto or whatever, but they want this new financial asset being pushed mainstream. They're seeing other countries adopt it, and they want America to be actually in on the pie. So obviously, that's a very good thing. So the approval, according to Flood and Nickel, is crucial for investors that the SEC seeks to protect. Of course, we know the SEC hasn't really been protecting too many people lately. They've basically been trying to harass the crypto industry. So basically, like, recently the commission initiated a new consultation round on the proposed rule to permit options trading on Bitcoin funds. I think like they're basically being pushed to no end, both by the courts and by legislatures at this point, because like everyone's tired of the SEC playing footsie with crypto, and they basically want things to get done. And obviously, the big lobby of crypto in Washington, D.C. helps a lot. They're throwing a lot of money at it. They have almost as much lobbying money as like the financial sectors, one by one. And, that's a lot of money coming into politicians' coffers. That's not something they can afford to ignore at this point. So they're really, really banging on the door of Gary Gensler, Elizabeth Warren. I think the support for like people like them is eroding, and support support basically for crypto is rising. So they're facing a larger and larger amount of opposition, and it's not good for them. So that's the issue. That's the issue that Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren are facing, and I think that eventually they're going to fall flat on their face. Of course, if people are afraid that Bitcoin miners are going to capitulate, there's very little evidence that that's going to happen. That's despite a drop in Bitcoin mining revenues, obviously because Bitcoin has gone down since the halving. Bitcoin miners haven't shown any signs of capitulation. They're probably saving for later. Also, they probably have a big bag. They probably have a pretty big bag from before the halving, when mining was a lot cheaper and there was a lot more profitability. And they're definitely not going to sell now at a loss, because I do think the cost to mine per Bitcoin is actually above what the price is right now. So they have enough of a bag where they don't need to sell immediately. So the massive miner capitulation has not yet happened. So like CEO Ki Young-ju said, following a drop in revenue to levels post-halving, Bitcoin miners should now face two options: capitulation or await growth in the price of Bitcoin to cover their costs. And I think they're going to choose the second. If you actually look at Bitcoin miner reserves, they were already extremely low. Yes, very, very low indeed. So I really don't think like they have that many left over to sell. And there's a lot of miners that just don't really want to sell their Bitcoin, or will sell as little as possible because they're holding for the long run. So if you look at the chart, a metric that estimates the level of sell pressure from miners, Ju said miners show no signs of capitulation for now. His analysis comes as a recent crypto dip has sparked concerns about miner capitulation. And, even if there is some capitulation, I think we've actually reached the bottom. And most miners, like most people, don't want to sell at a loss. So they are basically just waiting for the market to go up. And they know if they wait a couple of months, they'll probably be rewarded. Bitcoin miner revenue soared immediately following the halving, with rare Satoshi hunters, because that's that's because like they're hunting for like the first sat, or like the first sat, or like the first block or whatever. So like they were willing to pay through the nose for mining fees. But now that's essentially over at this point, and mining levels have actually come down. Obviously, rewards have halved, So like a lot of people are operating at a loss, but I think they're betting that Bitcoin will go up in the next few months. And I think like it's a necessity that Bitcoin does. So like there is risk from capitulation, but I think the big guys are going to hang in there and they're going to force the price of Bitcoin up sooner rather than later. So no minor capitulation for now, and the recent sell-off was not due to miners. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.